Hello, in this video let us see the need of concurrency control in database systems. For demonstrating the concepts, I am considering two sample transactions. Assume that the first transaction is for transferring amount n from account X to account Y, and the second transaction is adding amount m to first account X. In order to transfer n amount from account X to account Y, the first account must be debited with n and the second account must be credited with n. Similarly, for the second transaction, in order to add m units of amount to the first account, the amount should be credited to the first account. So if we look at the sequence of execution of operations in these two transactions, the first transaction has started its execution. Read item of X will read the opening balance of account X into the local variable X. X equals to X minus N will make a modification to the local variable X. After that, the second transaction has started its execution and the second transaction is reading item X, that is, the second transaction will read the opening balance of account X into the local variable X. Then the local variable X is modified by adding M. Then the control is switched from second transaction to the first transaction. The first transaction is writing the modified value of X to database. After that, the first transaction is reading the opening balance of second account. After that, the control is switched from first transaction to the second transaction. The second transaction is writing the modified value of X to the database. So here what happens is the final value of X will be stored incorrectly. The reason for this is, before the first transaction records its modification to the database, the second transaction has started its execution and the second transaction has taken the old value of X. After the second transaction has taken the old value of X, the first transaction is storing the modified value of X into the database. What happens is, after the first transaction records the modified value of X into the database, the second transaction is overwriting that modification. So finally, the value of X, which is supposed to be the old value of X plus M minus N, is not stored as it is. This scenario demonstrates the lost update problem. The modification made by the first transaction is lost since the second transaction has overwritten the modification made by the first transaction. This problem is called the lost update problem.